And like, did you guys see how Sonia Rahman was guarding Caitlin Clark today? Like, Caitlin is genuinely, like she showed why. She showed why, like, she's the best guard in the league. She genuinely did. She genuinely did. It was a 32-point takeover. And it's not like, oh yeah, we're not really going to guard her. Like, oh yeah, you know, she's not our target. Their whole tactic was stopping Caitlin Clark. They sent full court pressure on Caitlin Clark. They doubled full court. They did not give a shit if any of the Indiana Fever's bigs dribbled the ball up the floor. They didn't care. Caitlin Clark had 32 and 7 on a near 2-to-1 assisted turnover ratio on 9 of 14 shooting. Like, they threw everything at her, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I want to see what the true shooting percentage of Caitlin Clark was today. It did not matter. And if you guys agree that this was crazy, please subscribe. We are trying to hit 61,000 subscribers, and if we could get like 500 likes on this video, that'd be insane. We're not going to hit 500 likes on this stream, but if we could, that would be absolutely insane. You know what? We're only 130 off. There's enough of you guys in here. We could hit 500 likes. But like, I get it. Stewie had a good game. 29 points on 70% true shooting. I get it. Caitlin Clark had 32 on 87% true shooting. She did it on 87% true shooting. I repeat, 87% true shooting for Caitlin Clark. 87%. And I'll show you guys right here. This is how they guarded her. So, this is literally how they guarded Caitlin Clark. So we're going to go paint online. We're going to bring out the full court here. There we go. Free throw. We're at halfway line, 3-point line, free throw. It's a very small 3-point line. But let's just say, for argument's sake, this is the court. This is how they guarded Caitlin Clark. So, Caitlin Clark, they fully denied Caitlin Clark on the inbound. So Caitlin's here. Let's just say KK's here. KK's here inbounding. Which is why when me shut down, thank you so much for the $5, Dr. Docs. Really appreciate that. It was literally this. So, Caitlin gets the ball on the inbound. Flau'jae, who is denying her, is pushing Caitlin realistically to get it here, to go to here for the ball. So Caitlin gets the ball here. Flau'jae is standing here. And they're not in a full trap. They did trap sometimes. But what they basically did was whoever's guarding KK, most of the time it's like Awa, or actually, you know what? It was fucking Jordan Horston, who is an elite defender. So Horston's here. So Caitlin's trying to burn Flau'jae. Horston's in this area here. So Caitlin can't go middle. They're trying to keep Caitlin onto this side of the floor. While they're doing that, they are pushing her towards Kelsey Mitchell's wing, and they are full denial in Kelsey Mitchell. Because Caitlin doesn't have that release pass to KK Timpson, because KK Timpson would just turn the ball over, which is why they needed Maisha Hines-Allen on the floor. Because this shit didn't work when Leah was on the floor, by the way. This did not work when Leah was on the floor. This is what happened when Leah went down. There's a reason why Caitlin Clark had 12 points and 4 assists in the first quarter. They couldn't do shit in the first quarter against Caitlin. They were able to get her on the press because Leah wasn't there, because they did not have to worry about KK. KK could do whatever the fuck she wanted. They did not care. Then in the half court, it did not matter at all. So Caitlin's there in the half court. She's here. Her team weren't setting good screens, but they hedged everything. Like, they hedged everything. Like, it didn't even matter. So Mo Billings or KK could be here. Caitlin is being hacked by Flau'jae. She's being hacked. She's being manhandled. But at all stages, it did not matter where KK or Mo Billings were. Their player was hedging up on Caitlin. Screen or no screen. They were hedging up on Caitlin. That was what they were doing. They were hedging up on Caitlin. They did not care. They didn't care. Their goal was, we're going to stop Caitlin. And then they're bringing in players from here. They are daring Caitlin. In the first half, They were leaving Sophie open. Sophie was hitting. Then they started denying Sophie. They were daring to pass to Lexi Hull. They realized at all times, we can send two to the ball. And because KK and Mo and Billings operate out of the same areas, we don't really need to care. We don't need to care about KK and Mo because we can plant one player here and they can guard both of them. Neither of Mo Billings or KK are good enough that if Caitlin hits them with the pass, that they're going to be able to drive in and make a dump down pass. Neither of them are good enough. And that's a huge issue, is that you have got two of the worst passing. You've got one of the worst passing big in the league in KK Timpson. You've got the worst catching big in the league in Mo Billings. Like, that is a problem there where you've got Mo Billings in that scenario. But at all times, especially when Aaliyah was off the floor, like, Caitlin Clark was basically being full court pressured and hand checked from here to here, and then they would reset and do it again. And if you see the shots Caitlin made, it was a lot of like, I'm dribbling to here, pull back, going. I'm coming this side, step 3. Like, other than the first possession of the game, and this wasn't one of those games where the Indiana Fever ran a bunch of shit for Caitlin. This wasn't a pretty offensive game for the Indiana Fever. They brute forced 105 points by saying, we have better players than you. They just brute forced it. Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark were literally just going at them. And to be fair, there's a reason why you don't send doubles to Kelsey Mitchell. And if a lot of people are wondering why does Kelsey Mitchell not get doubled? There's two reasons. So if you are full denial on Kelsey Mitchell and you have let Caitlin get the ball and you have not put your pressure on Caitlin, all it takes is one dribble, Kelsey's ran. You don't overplay Kelsey Mitchell because Kelsey Mitchell beats you in a foot race. It's as simple as that. You can't. A lot of people talk about with Kelsey, like why do they not guard Caitlin like Kelsey? Because you can beat, like, these guards can beat Caitlin Clark in a foot race. These guards no one can beat Kelsey Mitchell in a foot race. So if you overplay Kelsey Mitchell, it becomes a foot race and she beats you in a foot race. Like, Caitlin Clark had 32 points on 87% true shooting in a game where the other team hacked her 94 feet, double teamed her, did not give a flying fuck about Lexi Hull, by the way. They let Lexi Hull do whatever she wanted. They pressured Caitlin. Like, there were stages in the game where they pressured Caitlin. Did I get rid of the paint line? Yeah. Where basically you saw it in the first quarter where they were like, we don't care about we're going to leave Mo Billings wide open in a pick and pop situation because we're confident if Caitlin throws her the ball. If Caitlin throws her the ball, she's going to fumble it. And that happened. And it got to the stage where Caitlin Clark decided, like, she wasn't passing the ball. And it's hard to, force Caitlin Clark into turnovers, which they did early in the game when Caitlin decided in the second half she was going to stop passing the ball. It is scary. It is genuinely scary how good she is, considering the way she is being guarded. And a lot of people are like, oh, why do they not guard any other guards like that? Because if you don't guard Caitlin Clark like she's the best player in the world, everybody knows if Caitlin hits 2, it's over. And if you let Caitlin Clark walk into things and start controlling the game, she's getting... if you let Caitlin Clark get control a game, she is getting Aaliyah basket. She's getting Kelsey involved. She's getting everyone involved. If you let Caitlin Clark dominate a game, you've lost. It is as simple as that. If you let Caitlin Clark get into a flow state where, and I'm not talking about today. Today was not Caitlin in a flow state. Today was Caitlin trying to brute force a win. Today was Caitlin saying, I'm taking over. When Caitlin gets into a flow state where she's just passing and doing her own thing and having fun and setting everything up, you've lost. Like, as a team, if you let Caitlin Clark get into a flow state you've lost a game. You can win today, by the way. You can win with Caitlin Clark playing like this. Because Caitlin Clark went away from her playmaking. She went into ISO ball. She went into her tough shot making, which is something at the W level she did not have till this year. She did not have it. She did not have this last year in her arsenal. She absolutely didn't. Kelsey Mitchell's always had it. She did not have this in her arsenal a year ago. In 2024, if you took Caitlin Clark out of her A game, her B game was not going to win you games. And her B game was definitely not putting up 32 points. It was definitely not putting up 32 on her B game. And that's the thing, is you can force Caitlin Clark to her B game and she can still do this. They did a fantastic job on Caitlin Clark today. Seattle did a great job. Sonia Rahman should be impressed with how she did. Once Aaliyah went out of play, taking away Caitlin Clark's basically her fucking the relief pass. Taking away everything with Caitlin, because in a lot of situations when Caitlin basically goes and when she kind of runs into a bad position or there's a bit of pressure and she's just in a position she doesn't like, there's always Aaliyah there for the release pass. When you take away the release pass, you double the pressure. She still put up 32. She still gave you 32. Like, this was not there in Caitlin's rookie year. This was not there coming out of Iowa. Caitlin brute forced a 32-point win, despite the other team playing a perfect game plan with athletes and getting the benefit of the whistle. That should be scary for the league. That should be real scary for the league. Real scary. And when Caitlin's B game is still a top 10 player, if not top 7 or 8 player, that is scary. Because if teams start worrying about Caitlin's if teams stop trying to send Caitlin to her B game because they're like, shit, Caitlin's B game, this team is averaging 100 points per game and Caitlin's averaging 30. Maybe we're going to worry more about the other players in the team and we're going to worry more about Kelsey Mitchell, and you start letting Caitlin Clark go to play her A game, playing with some freedom, playing with some space, playing like a turbocharged Steve Nash, Tyrese Halliburton hybrid. It's over. It is fucking over.